It's Matt from Academy Home Buyers and eXp Realty in Virginia Beach. And I want to quickly, get out there. Everyone's talking about it, but, interest rates and inflation, right? And are interest rates the whole story when it comes to real estate? And we're getting bombarded now. And every news article, everything is about, the housing market is crashing. The housing market is crashing. Is it crashing? Is it going to crash? And, I'm no oracle. I don't think it's going to, and I'll tell you why. Okay? I'm not telling you things are good. All right? I'm the first one to tell you that I think this is the worst administration this country has ever had. They are driving us down the wrong road. Okay? Anybody could have seen that printing $4 trillion, and this goes into the previous administration, okay, as well, goes into printing $4 trillion out of nowhere, okay, was going to cause massive inflation. If you just make stuff up and throw it out there, it's going to create inflation, and that's what's happening, okay? And in order to curb inflation, the Fed has nothing left to do. They've done everything that they can over the last few years. They've printed money. They've monetized the debt. They've done what they can. So now the only thing they can really do is raise that rate. And our mortgage rates are pretty much closely tied to that. So is that going to kill the mortgage, the housing market? And no, it's not. And I will tell you why. It is all about inventory. Okay, now I'm going locally here for my Southeast Virginia market. Every market's a little bit different. Some places are really bloated, and maybe you will see some lowering of prices. I'm thinking, Austin, around New York, parts of California, places that really saw some ridiculous price appreciation. But as a country as a whole, we saw a lot of appreciation as well, and it's related to listings. There's nothing for sale. Okay, for Southeast Virginia, we're going back here for this year to date for every month. So in January, we had fewer than 4,000 homes available to see. Okay, we went up a little bit in April, May, June. We're starting to see some increase in listings. It's nowhere near enough. And people are saying, well, with the interest rates, it's going to push buyers out. Okay, so every 1% of interest rate drops a buyer's buying ability by about 10%. Okay, it means you can buy 10% less house and still afford it. Okay, and we're going up. We just went up a point the other day, just about, right? So people's ability to buy is shrinking, and it's pushing some people out of the market. But as I've said before in other videos, it's also pushing a lot of people down the market. Okay, so those $300,000, $400,000, and $500,000 homes, okay, now even more people are looking at them. The people that were wealthy before and looking at the $600,000 house, they're now looking at the $500,000. The people that were looking at the $500,000 are now looking at the $400,000. Okay, the 400 people are now looking at the 300 people. And the 300 people are still looking at the 300 people. We're going to lose some of them. They're going to continue to be renters, but we're just going to get more people looking at the same number of homes, okay? And as it was, if you've been out in this market at all for the last couple of years, you know that every house has 10 buyers. Let's just say I'm completely wrong, and the interest rates just throw everybody out of the market, and they continue to be renters. I don't know where they're going to rent because there's no houses to rent, okay? And we lose 50% of the buyers. We still have, instead of 10 offers for every house, we have 4 or 5. Okay, this is a huge. And let's look at some more. Let's go back to 2021. All right, we're in the middle of this pandemic, right? And people are panicking. They're running like bugs out of the cities. They want to get away from the cities. They want to get away from those places that are locking them down, and they're going to find houses, and they're buying houses. Okay, we had under 6,000 houses for sale. Under six. At some points, we had under 5. Okay, this is why we are having the appreciation. It's because there's a ton of people trying to chase these houses. But say, Matt, how does this compare to other years? Let's go back to pre-pandemic, 2017, 12,000. 13,000, 11,000, 12,000. This is what we're up against. This is what it's supposed to be. And this is just my market in Southeast Virginia. Okay, if you came down to Southeast Virginia looking for a house in July of 2017, chances are you had 13,000 houses to choose from in that month. Okay, let's go back to now, right? We have under 5, maybe 6,000. Half, right? Okay, get what I'm saying? We have no houses for sale. But that's just 2017. Okay, let's go back. 2016, 12,000, 14,000, more than 14,000 homes available to see. I'm a home buyer, and it's June of 2016, and we're going to come down to the Hampton Roads area. I have 14,000 houses to look at. Now, what do we have now? We have about 4,500. Okay, do you see what I'm saying? Matt, that's 2016. Okay, let's go back to 2012. Okay, 10 years ago, 14,000. We dipped down to like maybe 12.5. 15, 14 and change. Okay, we have a major supply issue, and that is why home prices are not going to collapse. We may see some local drops. We may even see some price leveling off, or the house sold for $450 last year, and next year it'll sell for $450 again, right? And people are, oh, it's a fault. No, the house is still up 30% from the last 2 years, okay? But we are not going to see that crash. So what does that mean for you? If you're sitting on the sidelines saying, I don't want to buy a house because I'm waiting for the fall, it's not likely going to happen. Okay, and if it does happen, it's because the rest of the economy went Venezuela style, and really it doesn't really matter. We're going to be eating every other day anyway. Okay, so don't sit on the sidelines. If you're looking to sell your home, okay, make sure you have a place to go and sell it. We have to continue doing what you have to do. Don't wait, because waiting, you're going to be waiting forever, because we just don't have enough to sell. And in most places, like still here in Virginia Beach and the surrounding area, a house that's priced properly will sell in a couple of hours. Now, where are we seeing the interest rates affecting things? Investment properties, right? As I've talked about before, buying an investment property is simply buying a business. The business must be profitable from day one, or it's not a good business. Therefore, your rental property must be profitable from day one. And I'm seeing tons of investment properties coming back on the market. My opinion is that they went under contract maybe a month or 2 months ago, and people are doing their due diligence and they're getting their loans. And these loans were locked in at rates at like 6%. I have a buyer that just got a loan at like 7.4%. So now between contract time and now closing time, interest rates went up a whole point. And now cash flow just went out the window, and they're walking away from their contracts. We're seeing lots and lots and lots of investment properties coming back on the market, sitting and then getting price reductions. Okay, your 2 families, your 3 families, those are being hit hard by this because it's simply a numbers decision for the owner. The house, the business must be profitable from day one. If you're buying a residential house to live in, and you put 20% down, you put 10% down, and you move in, there's no profit into it. You have a place to live. You're fixing your income for the next 10, 15, 20, or 30 years, and not your income, your housing payments. You're fixing your housing payments. So when everyone else's rent is increasing, your housing payment is going to stay the same. And your house is likely not going to lose any value, and it's probably going to increase a little bit. Maybe not 19%, but maybe 3, 4, or 5% year over year. Okay? You don't do that with an investment property. It must be profitable from day one. If I put $1 in, I better start getting 50 cents back a month in order to make the profit. And that is not happening now with these higher interest rates. It's causing the prices to come down. If you have any questions at all, give me a call, shoot me a text, put something below this video. I'd love to hear what you think. Let me know what your thoughts are on this ridiculous market we're in. All right, have a great day.